Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you. We're going to be doing our predictions for UFC Fight Night 29, Maia versus Shield, which happens on October 9th. What do you think of the card, man? It's got your countryman, Stun Gun, dude.
I know. Besides Maia is Stun Gun, everybody is.
Yeah,
what is this?
Yeah, you don't know. Well, I mean, this kind of goes to show, especially if you look at the Fox Force 1 prelims and Facebook prelims. Who are these guys, man? I mean,
I know I can do a free watch, but really?
You know, with the UFC having so many cards now, you're just gonna see all these like new faces, you know, especially on these fight nights, you know.
It's cool they go to different country, Brazil and stuff, but
yeah.
Who are these people?
Well, yeah. Speaking of which, you know, there are 4 new fighters on this card. There's Igor Alarou, Jan Cabral, Alan Nuguet Patrick, he's actually Brazilian, even though his name's Alan Patrick, and Garrett Whitley. I know nothing of those 2 guys.
How am I gonna critique them? This is difficult.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's
just
start.
Just gotta have to do a pick 'em there.
Oh
yeah.
Man.
Well, let's get started, man.
Yeah.
Okay, on the main card, we got Demian Maia.
Demian Maia. Next. Come on, Jake Shield. Dude, I was a fan for Jake Shield once. What the hell happened, man?
He started to just clinch guys against the cage, push them there and keep them there, and do nothing with it. That's what happened. I mean, seriously, he became like he became a guy who had very, very poor fights.
Dude, he has a good clinch, but it's better than BJJ. Why does he do something? Well, it doesn't matter. Demian Maia gonna kill him.
He's also finding a lot of guys that can defend his takedowns. He's not. Yeah, the thing with Demian Maia is he's on a 3-fight win streak. He's one of the top Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners in the world. Jake Shields is a extremely high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner himself. Mm-hmm. I think Maia's better. Shields does have a wrestling background. He's not an athlete, though. You don't see him drive very well. If he grabs a leg,
dude,
he
just
drive.
go there, leg down. That's all he does.
Yeah. The only problem is Demian Maia is one like the most underrated wrestlers in the division. I mean, the guy was taking down John Fitch at will. You know, I mean, the guy just has strong offensive takedowns, good trips, and he's relentless about getting them too. And he's big for the weight class.
He is a big weight class.
I mean, you know, I would argue also that Demian Maia's boxing is better than Jake Shields' stand-up, because Jake Shields does really poor stand-up, to be perfectly honest with you.
Dude, what Jake Shields do is double leg takedown.
Well, single. It's actually singles,
leg takedown.
But he doesn't drive.
Yeah.
He just like grabs it and hope you fall down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, oh man.
I've seen him do some judo takedowns on like Ed Herman though. So I mean, he does have a good judo game, but for the most part, like. He's just not a natural athlete.
Dude, he won 28 times before.
Yeah.
His record is 28-6-1-1.
Yeah.
But he's losing because he is doing God knows what he's doing.
Well, actually, he's kind of winning. I mean, he's like, he's winning a couple fights here and there and managing to stay in the UFC.
But then it's just not him. It's not who I remember, you know.
Yeah, this guy's not armbarring guys anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah, Demian Maia. Next.
Oh, yeah. He's back, man. Okay, next right that we have Dong Hyun Kim, the Stun Gun, versus Erick
Dong Hyun Kim. Okay, next.
Come on, man. Erick Silva's a good fighter, man. Great prospect. He's one of the top welterweight prospects out there. 15-3 records with 1 no contest. 3 wins by KO TKO, 9 wins by sub. He's 29 years old.
Excuse me, are you Asian?
I am.
Your Asian brother.
I'm Pacific Islander, man. So, you know. Training out of Team Nogueira, really good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He does have strong, good takedown defense and good at getting back to his feet when shaken down. But his cardio is questionable.
But, you know, you're right. Erick, he's very well-rounded. Mm-hmm. Obviously, his good takedown defense is really good. I mean, Dong Hyun Kim,
Yeah.
No matter what, even he suck, I have to Asian brother, Korean brother.
Actually, he doesn't suck. He's
of
actually
course,
really
even
good.
he suck. He doesn't. He's 2 fighting winning streak, man.
Yeah.
It's really big for his 170, and he's a grinder, dude. He's strong, dude. He's strong judo too,
Mm-hmm.
And obviously top control, man.
It's suffocating. That's.
He's huge.
Lately he's been taking guys down, getting their backs, getting mount, and just suffocating guys.
Murder you.
That's it actually concerns me because stylistically Kim should be favored in a sense because Erick Silva lost to John Fitch in a way that Dong Hyun Kim fights.
Yes.
That's the thing. So I am a bit concerned that Dong Hyun Kim can get the takedown, stay on top, tire out Silva.
I do concern with Dong Hyun's staying out. It's very average. It's not fantastic, but I feel like you say, if he use his weight well, he get his top control.
Mm-hmm.
Erick might have hard time to win this fight.
Okay, next right after that, Hani Jason Bezeha fights Jeremy Low Heathen Stevens.
Who do you got?
I got Hani Jason.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
Why would be anybody else? He's 13-3 records, 4 KO, TKO, 8 submission, 29 years old, 8-5 win streak.
Yeah. Man, he's a good fighter. He's been kind of getting the Roger Huerta treatment where he's getting a bunch of lower level fighters that he's always favored to beat. This is a good step up for him though. Jeremy Stevens, 21-9 record, 14 wins by KO TKO, 3 wins by sub. He also has 3 losses by sub. Trains at Victory MMA, 27 years old, heavy-handed guy with good kickboxing, a strong chin, and improving grappling. That's a tough test for Jason, but I think Jason can do it, man.
Jason has a good standout.
He does.
He has a good chin, good BJJ.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I feel they're taking out for this median, average guy. So once he beat him, then they could give it something even better.
Yeah.
So
exactly. This is like the gatekeeper, the test
the
fight.
Pre-gatekeeper style. I feel like he should have this no problem.
It's called a litmus test, pretty much. Litmus test, yeah. Okay, next fight after that, we have Matt Hamill versus Thiago Silva. Yeah, I mean, Matt Hamill has one avenue to win, and that's with his wrestling. And he's huge. I mean, he's a huge man. And he can use his wrestling top control.
But Thiago Silva, man, this guy is brutal, dude.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about his record. 15-3-0-2 record. 12 KO TKO.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy is just like a freaking a wolf. Seeing the meat in there. He will attack you. He will push
a predator,
forward.
man.
He's a predator, man.
Yeah.
He will murder you alive. I mean, what do I need to say? He's pretty big for himself too. Very aggressive. Push forward. Good Muay Thai. BJJ, black belt, good offense takedown. It's just all about attacking you.
Yeah, exactly.
He
does it really well.
Yeah.
He actually knocked out Raphael in his last fight.
He will trade punches if he has to, man.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta go Thiago Silva to win this, just because Matt Hamill only has that one avenue to win, really. Thiago Silva, he could possibly take down Matt Hamill. It's not inconceivable, or else he could beat him up on the feet. And Thiago Silva is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. His top game is really strong.
Well, the only thing I will concern is, Matt Hamill, he's pretty strong himself. Okay,
yeah, he is a strong guy.
He can take a brutal punishment,
Mm-hmm.
but if he gets top control, then there might be something going on. I'm not saying Silva cannot get out, but it's tiring for sure.
Yeah, Rashad Evans actually managed to take down Thiago Silva and keep him there, and he actually won the fight that way.
So if Matt keep him there with his good top control and his size, that might be something to think about.
Exactly.
But other than that, Silva all the way.
Cool. Next right after that, we got 2 brawlers here, man, as Fabio Maldonado fights Joey Beltran.
Joey Beltran, dude?
I got Fabio Maldonado, but they're like the same guy.
Yeah, they're just gonna trade punches, kill each other. It's gonna be a great great session
Yeah,
to watch.
that's actually like the fight there.
Yeah, you take a popcorn, drink beer, eat the tacos, and go for it.
Didn't even notice this. Beltran has 11 KO, TKOs, and Fabio has 12.
They're really similar. I mean, the record is pretty similar. 14-8-0-1 record. I mean, first 19-6. I mean, they are both strong chin. They both push forward. It's just, but they both have a really weak defense. So it's gonna be interesting.
Exactly. One thing that I will say about this fight, actually, I'm picking Maldonado. Who are you picking?
Joey.
Oh, Joey. Okay.
What are you talking about?
One thing is, with Maldonado, his defense is so bad that he kind of gives away fights that a lot of people think he should have won. Kyle Kingsbury, for example. And this fight could easily happen. He'll probably take a lot to the face, give some back, but the judges will probably see more Beltran than Maldonado.
Whoa. I love Beltran, but Beltran's defense is pretty sluggish too, man.
Yeah, that's true. One thing I got Fabio that's a little different from Joey, though, he's a better offensive inside boxer. He will use body punches and high output. It's funny. Both these guys, they actually excel punching people when they have guys against the cage. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're so similar. I mean, like, Joey Beltran will get you against the cage, start punching you. Fabio Maldonado, get you against the cage, start punching you. I mean, that's really what they do.
Yeah, I will see
the same guy.
They just punch, sweet, punch. That's it.
I mean, they'll also stand in the center of the octagon, but they excel at that cage range.
Because it's solid, it's easy.
That's just what they do. I'm actually caught off guard just because I knew this fight would be fun fireworks, but I never realized how similar these two are.
Dude, they are like identical, man. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be a great fight. Mm-hmm. They're both, they're both good fighter, and part in the back for those two, man. Yeah. It's gonna be a great show.
Okay, next fight after that, we have Team Alpha Male's TJ Dillashaw versus top 10 bantamweight Raphael Assuncao.
Raphael Assuncao, 20-4 record, 3 KO, TKO, 10 submission. He's in 4-5 winning streak. 4-5 winning streak, dude. BJJ black belt. Mm-hmm. Alright? Good clinch. Improved the wrestling, average style, but really good BJJ.
Well, this fight should be actually really telling of certain things. TJ Dillashaw doesn't have a lot of experience. He's 8-1. 3 wins by KO, TKO, 3 wins by sub. He's 27 years old. A very bright prospect in the bantamweight division. Mm-hmm. Also has a 4-fight win streak. And one thing that's notable is actually training with Team Alpha Male, because as of late, all of their fighters have greatly improved under the tutelage of Dwayne Bang Ludwig, especially their stand-up. And you can kind of see that in TJ Dillashaw as well. In the last fight against the Japanese guy, I forgot who it was, like Issei Tamura or something like that. He knocked him out, Strong wrestler, good ground and pound, good top control. And striking is improving. I gotta go with TJ Dillashaw to win this one. But Assuncao has a lot more experience.
Assuncao has much more experience. His clinch is pretty brutal. I like his BJJ. I mean, I feel like if he get TJ on the ground, it's pretty much given.
Cool. Okay. On to the Fox Sports 1 prelims. We have Husamar Tokino Palares making his first cut to 170 as he fights Mike Pierce.
Dude, you don't want your leg, then you don't pick my body. Dude,
I want Mike Pierce, man. Mike Pierce.
Mike Pierce, man.
He's one of the most underrated fighters at 170. The guy should be a top 10 fighter. He should have beat Josh Koscheck, but the judges didn't see that. 17-5 record, 8 wins by KO TKO, 1 win by sub. He's 33 years old. This guy's a grinder. Has some pretty boring fights at times, because he'll clinch, put you against the cage, dirty box, maybe take you down, hit some ground and pound, rinse and repeat. Funny thing about the guy, though, is despite the fact that he fights that way, the guy's a good boxer, and he does have heavy hands. I mean, he just knocked out his last opponent, David Mitchell, if I'm not mistaken. He's actually a good boxer, but he has a tendency to make fights more of a grueling, grinding affair.
I mean, that's the only thing I'm concerned because,
Who's similar? Palares.
Palares, he's not good on striking, but he is great on leg lock. His leg lock will make you lose the leg, and then But I'm really afraid that he might lose on striking. Yeah. But besides that, he's a top BJJ practitioner in the world, dude.
One thing that's also notable about this fight is it's gonna be his first cut to 170. The guy was huge from 185.
Yeah.
So he might be just a freaking. He's not tall, but he just might be huge for 170. I mean, he might just be such a strong guy. Maybe he can even force takedowns. What do you think?
I feel that way too, and especially his specialty is takedown, and and the BJJ, and when he goes to the next level, especially his weight still there, and he has his strength. I think it will help him much more than to me. But my personal opinion is much better than somebody who just heavyweight and get cut down, and a striker. Then you might lose your strength. In this case, he is being on the ground all the time. This is his place. He might be faster, he might be stronger, and I feel this might be his advantage.
One thing about Palares though that's not great is he definitely doesn't like getting hit. I mean, when the guy gets ground and pounded by either like Marquardt or Alan Boucher, he just gives up. Like seriously, it's like, oh my God, you hit me, I'm done. Like wow, and that's the problem with Mike Pierce. He likes hitting people. That's
again, the only thing I worry about is the striking. But if you get on the ground, I don't know, man. I think Mike's leg will disappear. That's for sure.
Cool. Okay, next right after that, we have two Brazilians as Rodrigo Damm fights Hakon Diaz. Yeah, I gotta go Hakon Diaz.
Dude, 21-2-1 record, dude. 3 KO, TKO, nice submission, 29 years old, dude.
Yeah, man. One thing, Rodrigo Damm, I've never been impressed with this guy ever since I've seen him in Strikeforce. I mean, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He pushes forward. He's a really aggressive guy. His stand-up's average. He'll always go for it, He always goes for it to finish him at 33 years old. 3 of his losses by KO or TKO.
Well, Diaz is a BJJ guy anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Hakon Diaz, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. His offensive takedowns are pretty strong.
Top control is pretty strong. Yeah. And then he is improving on the striking too. So I don't know.
If you watch his last fight and loss against Nick Lentz, when he was winning the striking, but he just couldn't handle that pressure and whatnot, and the wrestling from Nick Lentz. Doesn't have to worry about that from Rodrigo Damm. And also, Diaz also trains at Nova União with guys like Renan Barão and like Jose Aldo.
Man.
Okay. Next right after that, we have UFC newcomer Igor Araujo versus Ildemar Alcantara.
I'm gonna say something first. I don't know who this guy is. Yeah. I'm gonna pick him, but I know who he is.
He trains out of Greg Jackson's, man.
23-6-0-1 record, 1 KO,
17 subs.
17 subs.
I always like the submission specialist.
Dude, it's a submission guy.
Yeah.
But I really don't know who he is.
Yeah. I gotta go with Ildemar Alcantara. This guy actually started in the UFC at 205, and now he fights at 170. It's big for the weight class. 19-5 record, 10 wins by KO TKO, 6 wins by sub. That's 2 losses by KO TKO. On a 9-fight win streak. His kickboxing's average. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is actually pretty sneaky. I gotta go with Ildemar Alcantara to win this one.
I don't know how his average kickboxing is taking 10 KO TKO. I think I should worry, but I think my advantage is nobody knows my guy is. Nobody knows.
But he does have 17 subs.
Yeah, so who knows,
Yeah. Okay, next right after that, we have Jan Cabral versus David Mitchell.
Okay,
I gotta go with Jan Cabral, but I am a bit concerned because it is his first fight in the UFC. His last fought in September of 2011, and he's never actually been past the second round of any of his fights.
Do you even know who he is?
I've seen him, he's fought in Japan and stuff. 10-0 undefeated record with all 10 wins being by submission. 30 years old, training out of Nova União.
I don't know, man. David Mitchell do have a pretty average stand out. It's not bad. Good BJJ too. 12 and 3 records. Nice submission. 3 decisions.
Yeah, he's not a bad Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner.
No,
himself.
he's not bad. So, but I think his stand out might be better.
Okay, cool. Okay, on to the prelims. We have Iliard Santos versus Chris Cariaso.
Santos.
I got Cariaso. I always pick this guy. I hope he doesn't disappoint me. Cariaso, 14-5 record, 2 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by sub. Also has 2 losses by sub. He's also on a 2-fight losing streak.
Well, my guy is in the, is not doing too good neither. But he's in 2-fight losing streak too. But he had the 27-8-1-1 record. I mean, obviously his experience. 12 KO TKO, 6 submission. Was 3 lost by KO TKO too. But he's pretty big on 125.
Oh yeah.
And then the good thing is he's heavy handed, good Muay Thai. I mean, got knockout punch. So
one thing that's interesting about Iliard Santos, he last fought Uncle Creepy Ian McCall. I was actually talking to one of McCall's training partners, and how they game planned around the fight there. And McCall, actually, he can take down a lot of guys because he's a good wrestler. But he couldn't take down Santos, and what you're saying is that, like, man, he probably had to cut a lot of weight because McCall can generally take down other flyweights, but he couldn't take down Santos.
That's good thing too. No.
Yeah, one thing about Cariaso though, solid fighter, man, just all around good fighter, good Muay Thai, and good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, he's a solid fighter. He was doing relatively well at 135. And, he hasn't been doing great at 125, but he's only lost to, like, John Moraga and Hussier Formiga. So, I think he can take this one. Yeah, like I said, solid fighter.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I still like the heavy hand, so let's check it out.
Okay, and finally, some 2 UFC newcomers. You have Alan Nuguet Patrick versus Garrett Whitley.
Garrett Whitley.
Well, one of these guys' O's got to go because Whitley is 7-0 undefeated. Yep. Patrick 10-0 undefeated.
Yep.
I know not much else. Patrick has 3 wins by KO TKO, 2 wins by sub. What do you know about Whitley, man?
Well, not much, but I know he's a 4 KO TKO, 3 submission. He's definitely a finisher. My thing is, he always finish on first round. Yeah. So it's really worried me that I don't know what his cardio is, what's gonna happen on second round.
Well, he did actually go. He went to the third round
for once.
Yeah.
That's it. But the most of it, it's all on the first one. The six fights all finish on the first one. So it really worries me. I don't know. He's not being tested.
Yeah. Okay, let's recap then. On the main card, we have Damian Maia versus Jake Shields.
Maia.
Okay, I got Maia as well. Okay, Dong Hyun Kim versus Erick Silva.
Korean.
Okay, I got Erick Silva. Okay, Hani Jason versus Jeremy Stevens.
Jason.
Okay, Hani Jason here. Matt Hamill fights Thiago Silva.
Thiago.
Okay, Thiago Silva. Joey Beltran versus Fabio Maldonado.
Joey Beltran.
Yeah, I got Fabio Maldonado. And Raphael Assuncao fights TJ Dillashaw.
Assuncao.
Okay, I got TJ Dillashaw. Okay, on the Fox Sports 1 prelims, we have Husamar Palares versus Mike Pierce.
Palares.
Okay, I got Mike Pierce. Okay, Rodrigo Damm versus Hakran Diaz.
Diaz.
Okay, I got Hakran Diaz as well. Igor Alarou versus Eldemar Alcantara.
Igor.
Okay, I have Eldemar Alcantara. And Hyun Cabral versus David Mitchell. Yeah, I have Hyun Cabral. Okay, on the Facebook prelims, I have Chris Cariaso versus Iliard Santos. Okay, I have Chris Cariaso. And finally, Alan Nuguet Patrick versus Garrett Whitley. Okay, I got Patrick. Okay, so that's pretty much it for our predictions for UFC Fight Night 29, Maia versus Shields. You got any final words to say here, my man?
Well, lately I check out our channel. We got 100 subscribers. That was pretty sick. We have
a lot more than that. Man.
Well, 216 subscribers already. I just it make me feel so appreciated. I know not long ago we have 100, now we have 200. I mean, it's just very amazing. Thank you guys for the support.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and that's it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.